What's up, my X-Crafting friends? How are you doing? I know it's been a while since I made a post. I've had a lot going on lately. We've just had our roof redone. We've done had to do some repairs to the siding. I believe I showed on here the roof, or the porch roof, that had to be removed, and the disaster that turned out to be. But we've been doing a lot. Had a lot going on. But now I'm working on a new project, and that project is this right here. As you can see, this siding right here is very dirty. Has not been hit in a very long time, simply because we have not had a good pressure washer. Our pressure washer has not worked, and just have not been able to get out here and get it clean. But we just had gutters added, had our fascia board replaced, and had a roof put on. And in doing so, this has left a mess with our wall, our outside wall. So I pulled out the pressure washers. We had two of them. One was actually brand new, had been in storage for quite some time with everything that had been going on. Never had a chance to get it out and use it. And sadly, where it had set up for so long, it's sitting in that storage building for 3 years, and it just would not work. The other one, same thing. It just would not work. Couldn't get it to pump right. The pump was messed up on it. So I broke down and I went to Harbor Freight, one of my favorite places to shop. I do have an account with them. So I went to Harbor Freight and I purchased this. This right here, guys, this is the 2300 PSI brushless power washer. It's a 1.2 gallons per minute electric brushless power washer from Bauer, and it is a pretty good unit here. Comes with a pretty good setup. The professional spray gun with the metal wand, 25 foot of high pressure hose. It comes with the attachments, a 15 degree, a 25 degree, a soap nozzle, and a turbo nozzle. So we're going to give this a try. We're going to be using the ZEP all-in-one premium pressure washer fluid. This is great for a multitude of uses, including outdoor furniture, decks, vehicles, patios, siding, pretty much everything for handling mold, mildew, things like that. But we're going to give this a try. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to do an unboxing video on this. I'm just going to try it out, maybe take a couple of shots while I'm using it, and we're going to go from there and let you know how this actually handles the job here. Again, this is from Harbor Freight. It is the 2300 PSI 1.2 gallon per minute electric brushless power washer by Bauer, and I think it's going to be pretty good. I've watched a few videos on it myself, and that's the reason I'm not going to do an unboxing, because there's plenty of those on YouTube already. So let's get into it. Let's get this thing put together, give it a try, and we'll be back to give you our final thoughts on what this pressure washer can and cannot do. Well, right off the bat, I can tell you that this thing was a piece of cake to assemble. It's literally, if you are into technology, as they would say, plug and play. I mean, literally, take it out of the box, unwrap it, just simply pull the plastic off of it, and let me show you this. Very simple assembly. I mean, it's simply the two little push buttons here, and the handle snaps on. It's ready to go. 35 feet of generous length for the power cord with this. Of course, it has the built-in GFCI plug on it as well, and it has 25 foot of high pressure hose. Now, we'll show you this right off the bat. This hose here, it is high pressure hose, but if you're going to be using this frequently, I probably would recommend looking at getting a better quality aftermarket hose. I may do that in the near future, but to get started with, I think this will work out great. Everything is pretty easy, quick connect, ready to go. So let's get this thing ready. Let's add some cleaner to it, get the water hooked up, and see what we can do. We're going to take a look at the driveway first. Going to hit a spot of it, see how it does on that, and then we'll tackle that siding. Oh yeah, here we go. This thing has one more soap tank on it. It can hold some cleaner. That was a 1.35 gallon premium pressure washer fluid, and I used almost the entire bottle in this tank. So let's go see how it does. Well, it's been about an hour since I started working with this, and I'm going to show you an image of the driveway here, the spot that I hit with it, and it done pretty good. I was impressed with the turbo nozzle, especially with getting some grime off the driveway, and it's done a fair job on the siding. Now keep in mind, this siding has not been hit in probably 4 or 5 years to be able to work on getting it cleaned. With health issues and everything in the home, just have not been able to get out and do anything. And we live near a lake, and we're surrounded by pine trees, so you can get the gist of exactly what we're dealing with. However, I think with a couple of cleanings, it will do pretty good. It did get a pretty good layer off of one section, and I will show you a little picture there. Again, keep in mind this is about 4 to 5 years or longer of buildup, so it got the upper layer of like algae and things like that off of the siding, but the underneath is still there. Probably gonna have to pre-treat it with some bleach or some type of heavy-duty cleaner. We are planning in the future to replace the siding, so not 100% worried about it, but I do want to get it as best as I possibly can. But yeah, so far it's an okay unit for your home personal use. If you're doing like average cleaning, if it's a home that just doesn't have a lot of heavy buildup, heavy grime, if it's just a basic cleaning that needs to be done, this pressure washer will 100% do the job. Now let me get to the not so good part. Yep, the wand. This right here, this little device right here has been the only issue that I've had so far. I did reach out to Harbor Freight, and they are sending me a replacement wand. It appears that this wand is possibly has something wrong with it as far as pressure. With the turbo nozzle, it runs great, but when I place on one of the other nozzles, the pressure wants to run intermittently. Now I will tell you this, I had some other nozzles from a different pressure washer that were interchangeable. I tried those and they did work, but I still had some intermittent problems with it running. So contacted Harbor Freight, and they are sending me a replacement wand and nozzles for this unit. So in a few days I should have those, and we'll try it out again, see how it does. Okay, I'm going to show a brief clip here. Won't be any talking in it, but it's going to show how this pressure washer is handling. Now I'm currently using the turbo nozzle on this. I will briefly momentarily switch out to the soap dispensing nozzle, and then I'll switch it back to the turbo nozzle once again. Now keep in mind, this house has not been pressure washed in a long time due to health and the fact that our pressure washer wasn't working, and we just had to wait until we could get a new one. But this is the Bauer 2300 PSI 1.2 gallon per minute brushless electric pressure washer. Let's take a look at how it goes. Again, this is going to be nothing but me doing this, a little bit of music playing in the background, and that's it. this is a test for the pressure washer for sure. We'll get a before and after shot. Well guys, it has been a long day. I got a lot done. Got a good bit of pressure washing done. And I've got to say, I'm pretty pleased with this unit. Yeah, you can see I've showered and shaved since the last part of the video. But I had to take the time to clean up a little bit before I was able to continue this. But I have to say, I'm pretty pleased with this unit. I think it does pretty well for the price range it was. I believe this one was around I think it was around $235. So it's not too bad of a priced item. Now they do have one that's a little bit lower. I believe it's a 2000 PSI, same brand and everything. But you're only talking like $30 difference in the price tag. So a little bit more PSI. And I think it's worth the increase to go on with it. Now, as far as what I said with the wand, it worked great with the turbo nozzle. Did not have any problems whatsoever with that. And honestly, I think what it is, after I got to watching it very carefully, I think the issue is that there may be a leak in the wand handle, which is causing a pressure leak. And that's the reason we're having problems. However, Harbor Freight, of course, is already taking care of that, and they are shipping a new replacement wand and nozzles for it, just in case there was a problem with the nozzles as well. But overall, I think it turned out pretty good. I showed some images throughout here of how it looked and everything. So I do recommend this. I would give it easily I would say a 4-star, 4 out of 5 stars, simply because I do believe there could be a little bit of extra, maybe some extra features, or maybe the price wise, it could be right around that original 200 price range. But honestly, 4 stars, 4.5 really. It's not a bad investment. It's worth the money and everything. It is worth it. My personal opinion, I think it could have been a few dollars cheaper. But you know, that's neither here nor there. But I think it's well worth it, and it's done a really good job of getting a lot of that buildup off of the siding. I'm not finished. I got a long way to go. I've still got the back of the house to do, and I've still got a couple of more spots here. I will tell you this, I went through that entire 1.35 gallon of cleaner just on the front of the house. Would you do that? Would you use that much? Not necessarily. It really depends on it depends on how much you're having to clean and how hard you're having to clean. Keep in mind, I also did a spot of the driveway. I also cleaned the deck of our porch and part of our wheelchair ramp, and I did a little bit of cleaning on the car as well. So that 1.35 gallon went a long way, and I honestly think you could do some great cleaning with that amount of cleaner. Is it worth the investment? Absolutely. Were there issues with it? Yes, there were. However, Harbor Freight stood behind, as they always do, and are replacing the parts that we are assuming is the culprit of our issues. So I'll give you an update later on that one, either in the comments or another video. Till then, guys, stay crafty and go check out Harbor Freight. Go on.